We have just completed week 74, going into week 75 on Zepbound, a GLP-1 medication. How's it going? Where do we go from here? What's been happening? Welcome, my friends. I am Cheryl. This is my channel where I have been documenting my weight loss journey for 74 weeks, 17 months. Here on YouTube, we have been taking Zepbound, a GLP-1 medication. I am currently on 12.5 milligrams. This was my first full week of 12.5. I will take shot number 2 this evening. So let's discuss how the week went and all of the things. So first and foremost, if you are new here, my starting weight back in February of 2024 was 219 pounds. I am 5 feet short, so that was pretty obese. Please excuse the lawnmower. Apparently our neighbor is dumping his clippings and stuff in our backyard. We have like extended area and he just keeps driving by. I was not expecting that today. So I started this journey at 219 pounds. I am currently 149 pounds. So I have lost 70 pounds to date. I gained 6.6 pounds on vacation. I returned from vacation July 19th. I was up 6.6 pounds. So we have spent the last 2 weeks getting off of those 5.6 pounds. We still have a pound to go. But I have told you guys in the past, I'm not overly concerned about how quickly or how slowly I am or I'm not losing weight at this point. I saw my doctor this week. I had my full physical and she actually suggested maintenance. I am not going to do that right now. I am still working at losing weight. I'm just not working super hard at it, meaning I'm not stressing out over it. I just want them to happen organically and naturally with me living my life the way that I need to live my life right now. And that's working right this minute. So this week I did lose 2 pounds. So I am thrilled with that. I'm extremely happy. The vacation weight is coming off and I'm getting back into those 140s, which is, if I stayed in the 140s for the rest of my life, I would be okay with that, but we'll see what happens. So I would like to still continue at least to lose those 10 or so pounds. Side effects this week on the 2.5. I didn't have any different side effects. Nothing new popped up that, I haven't experienced in the past. I did get a little bit of nausea here and there. And what I did was I thought I brought it in here with me. I just took my Zofran and it was gone within 20 minutes. So even this morning, I did feel a little nauseous right when I started to get ready to do this video. I took the Zofran, did a few more things, and now I am fine. Constipation did come back this week, but that's my fault. So if you guys watched any of the other videos, I ran out of my Miralax at the beginning of the week and I didn't resume it immediately. So there was 3 days I did not take the Miralax. So that was my fault. And it took my body a little bit of time to get readjusted and everything. So I'm pretty okay now, but that also could have been some of the reason why I wasn't losing, all of that vacation weight from just being a little bit more unregular. So my protein coffee right now, I mix it up all the time. I try to get my protein coffee in the morning to get 20 to 30 grams of protein. So today's coffee of choice is, I have been obsessed with this lately. So this is the Nescafe Gold Espresso. This is the blonde. They do have like a bold, robust flavor. It doesn't, I don't know, it smells weird. It smells fishy or something. Like it doesn't smell like coffee, but this is the Nescafe Gold. It's $7. It's like $6.98 at Target or Walmart. And it's got 50 like you can make 50 cups of coffee with this because it's literally just a teaspoon. So in the morning, I make my regular hot coffee and I put my Miralax in that and I put some protein shake. If anybody's been here, you've all heard, blah, blah, blah. Then I have a protein iced coffee sometime during the morning. Sometimes it's my Slate. So I am obsessed with this. I just renewed my monthly subscription. So I love that. I'm a vanilla girl. They have other flavors. I think they have mocha and original and something else. But vanilla latte is my favorite. There's 20 grams of protein in here. And this one is 100 calories. What's the sugar on here? I don't know if anybody's ever asked me. 1 gram of sugar, 240 milligrams of sodium, 1 gram of fiber. So there's a lot of calcium here. So this I drink often, but I also have gone between others. So Javvy is another favorite of mine. The link is in the description below for the Javvy protein coffee. Or sometimes I just make this, a teaspoon of this. I mix that with either water or a little leftover coffee. And then I would pour in 1 container of protein shake. So today I was feeling wild and crazy. I did my 1 teaspoon in here with a splash of coffee. I throw a splash of French vanilla cream in there. And then I mix that with this today. So this is now about 20 grams of protein. When I do it with my protein shake, it's 30, but today we're just doing this. So it didn't fit, so I had to bring this in here so I could fill this in a couple of minutes. But I love my iced coffee in the morning, and that helps me to get my protein in because I am not a breakfast eater. Anyhow, so side effects was the same as it has been. So for the 2.5, I didn't find any major side effects. The only issue I had this week, which was probably unrelated, but who knows, my feet were freezing like all week. So has anybody else had like just where their feet are cold? Again, I'm a barefoot girl. I typically like it's the middle of the summer. So the central air is on, it's 80 to 90 to 100 degrees outside, but my feet tend to get colder. And I don't know, like for a while I was wearing slippers all the time, but this week specifically, my feet have been, for like right now, I'm kind of warm. I don't have the AC running because it's only, nope, the AC is on. But I'm like warm up top and I'm actually still in my PJs, guys, and I'm just wearing pajama shorts and a shirt that doesn't match. And I'm just in my pajamas, but I'm hot, but my feet are ice cold. So I don't know if this is a side effect or if this is just some weird Cheryl thing happening, but I'm curious, has anybody else experienced just their feet being cold? Because right now my feet are chilly. So other than that, I've been pretty okay. The Zofran is amazing. And I know some people have said, like, you can't take that every day. It causes constipation. It does this. I don't take it every day. Maybe twice a week, 3 times a week, and it's 4 milligrams. Like it's a it's the minimum dosage. It's a minimal dosage. I don't know if it's the minimum, but that's what my doctor prescribed for me. And she is well aware that that is what is going on. So we lost 2 pounds this week. Side effects were not terrible. I have been getting mild headaches. And I've seen some other people talk about, I'm going to call this the Zepbound headache. I have like this dull headache where if I'm watching television at night or if I'm doing stuff on the computer, like I'm here at my desk, I'll think more about it. But like going about my normal everyday life, it doesn't really bother me. I did take some Advil this morning because I'm out of Tylenol. So I do have chronic kidney disease, as many of you are aware. I'm not really supposed to take Advil or Aleve and stuff like that. And that's typically like my go-to. So I'm out of Tylenol. I need to get some Tylenol. But I do have like this just like very dull, more like annoying headache. It's manageable and it bothers my eyes just a little bit more. But I'm gonna say that that's definitely Zepbound based this week. I am curious if any of my Ozempic and Wegovy friends experience these same side effects. So I'm pretty sure that GLP-1s are all the same as far as constipation, the stomach issues, but like these dull headaches, because people I know that have been on Zepbound specifically will get these like dull headaches. But I'm curious, Ozempic and Wegovy friends, just drop me a comment below. Do you guys get that dull headache as well? Or is this like a Zepbound, a tirzepatide thing? I am curious. So wins for the week. My win would definitely be my doctor's appointment. That video will be coming out tomorrow. So come back and watch for that. So that would be definitely a win for me this week. I got to spend a lot of time with my teenage son this week. So any of my parents of teens know how awesome that is. My son is 15. He's going into his sophomore year in about 3 weeks here. And we went to the aquarium on Tuesday. So we spent the whole day together on Tuesday. My husband was actually away for work. So Ryder and I spent the day at Mystic Aquarium. That video will be coming out on Thursday, so I would love it if you guys would go check that out. It's just a super quick look into our day there. And we went for a walk on Friday. And another win is the dog tired out before me. So we had my son's girlfriend's dog. Ryder and I were watching him, and he was very antsy. So we decided to take him for a walk, and it was warm, and we went up the street, and then we went down the street, and then we went up the side street, and then we were heading the other direction, and all of a sudden the dog just sat down, and he was like, I'm done. And we tried to walk him a couple more feet. He sat down, he was like, no, I'm done. So we had to turn around and come home, and Ryder and I were laughing because Ryder and I were not quite done with our walk. I mean, we had walked like a mile, maybe a mile and a half, and the dog tired out before I did, and he's a pretty active. He's a blue heeler. He's an Australian cattle dog. Like, he's pretty active, but he finished before I did. So that was a huge win. I was very excited about that. And then another thing that Ryder and I did was the Meadows frozen custard opened this week in our town. And apparently this is like a chain. I think it originated in Pennsylvania. And we went and I got a gelati, which is like an Italian ice and vanilla custard. It's like layered. And I just got a small cup of that. And that was awesome to be able to go and share that with Ryder. And he ended up loving mine and ate half of mine instead. He kept like taking bites, and finally I just gave it to him. But the biggest win there was going and having this new experience with my son and supporting a small local business. I mean, it's a franchise, but somebody from town bought into the franchise, and not feeling guilty about it. That was a huge win for me, and a huge realization that I am really adapting my mindset with food and healing my relationship with food and all of the things. But I was able to go and get the treat, and I don't feel guilty when I do these things. I know a lot of times I get some slack on the internet for the way that I go about things, but I need to do things that are going to be, real life. I'm not going to starve myself for 6 months to lose 15 pounds and then gain it all back. So that was a pretty big win as well. Going and having all of these fun experiences, but not feeling guilty about it. That was huge. I'm happy that I did it. I have no regrets, and I still lost 2 pounds this week. So it can be done. My mom and I went thrifting yesterday, and I will, that video will be out in the next week or so, and got a few things, and most of what I bought were size mediums. That was a huge win. Being able to go shopping and pick things off the rack, it still kind of blows my mind. The fact that, like, I honest to God, I've never worn a medium in my life. I've never picked up a medium in a store. It still like kind of gives me butterflies in my stomach. So that was a huge win. Struggles this week. It's there's a lot going on, in life, and I'm just going to try. So we'll just kind of leave it at there. There's a lot happening. There's a lot of stress, trying to navigate it all and not binge has been, sorry, it's been a lot. And thank God for my husband, and thank God that my husband got home early enough in the week to kind of save me. Because he was gone Tuesday and Wednesday. He got back late Thursday night. But having him there to support me and having somebody to talk to and somebody else to like kind of go back and forth with about all of it has been helpful, because had he not been here and had I not had him to lean on, I don't know that I would have made it. I don't know that I wouldn't have been in the closet. And I don't know, learning to navigate life struggles and not overeat and binge eat and not use food as comfort. Sorry. It's been hard. It's been harder than I anticipated. So just know that there's going to be ups and downs, and it's not always sunshine and roses. And yeah, it's been a struggle, but I think I did pretty okay, and I am pretty proud of myself. So the whole week has been a struggle, but I've looked for as much positivity as I can. And yeah, we're on Sunday and we're going to start a new week. Today is shot day. I will take my second shot of 12.5 today. And obviously I will let you guys know next week how that goes. I did swim one day this week, and I did some aerobics. My girlfriend came over and we were doing some bounces and some like aerobic-y types things in the pool. I walked a lot on Tuesday because we went to the aquarium, and then we deliberately parked across the street, so then I had to walk over there. And then there's like this little village, so I did a lot of walking. I got several miles in on Tuesday. Ryder and I did go for a walk on Friday. Unfortunately, that was about the extent of the exercise. I'm really hoping that come September we'll be able to change that, but right now life is just kicking me in the gut. So we will just continue to move forward. I am leaving for vacation again in a few days. So you guys will be seeing this on Monday. I will be away on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Kyla and I are going to Lake George for a girls' trip. I have never done this in my life. I will be 53 in a couple of weeks. I have never had a girls' trip with a friend. My mom and I did upstate New York. We went and stayed at my girlfriend's house for a couple of days because I needed to get my mom away last year. And when my older two kids were small, my mom and I would vacation together with the kids. But this is my first like adult without my husband, without my kids like trip. And I've got some fun things planned, and we've got some amazing sponsors that I've teamed up with to do some awesome things that we've never done. So I think you guys may be a little bit surprised with some of the things that we do. So please, please, please watch for those videos to come out, because Kyler and I are super excited, and you'll get both of us. And I know that you guys love her as much as I do. So I am super, super excited for that. Meals this week were pretty simple, not like the healthiest, but you guys know I cook for everybody else, not necessarily myself. So we had cube steak one night with roasted potatoes and street corn. So I've been making like a Mexican street corn when I do corn, and everybody's loving it. Ryder and I did have that amazing pizza, and I showed you guys the picture of that, or it's in the Mystic video. The slices were not huge, and I was barely able to finish two. They were like thin slices. We had butter chicken and rice another night. I did Korean barbecue steak tips one night with asparagus and zucchini. And then Friday was like leftover day, and there wasn't enough leftovers for the other stuff that we had. From my husband and my son had one of each. So I had like a bag of ravioli in the freezer that just had like a little bit left in it. So I boiled that up, and then I chopped up some zucchini and I sauteed it together with it. And I put some garlic and lemon and like made like a garlic lemon sauce with this ravioli zucchini thing I came up with. It was so good. I mean, I barely could eat like a quarter of what I had in there. I shouldn't have made as much. I like finished the bag of ravioli, but I shouldn't have. But I was like, I wanted to clean out one more thing in the freezer. It was exciting. So that was actually really good. And then yesterday, my mom and I had like a mom and daughter day, and we did some thrifting, and then ended up at lunch with my nephew and my son, and I ordered fish tacos. Something I never would have ordered before, and it just like called to me. It had like a ginger slaw and a mango pineapple salsa on it. They were a little spicy, and I ate one, and then I ate like maybe a third of the second one, and I was like, I had a few French fries, and when I was done, I was done. And those were really, really good. So I'm definitely expanding my palate. Like even when Rob and I went to dinner last weekend, I got like a lump crab. I could have gone like easy, like I always get like a typical pasta dish, or like a chicken parm, like something easy. But I very seldom would have ordered something like this before. And this was like a lighter sauce. It was so good. So I'm expanding, you know, my palate and kind of branching out from like the normal stuff that I would like always gravitate towards. So next week, I know for sure we're going to have some chicken nachos, because I've got to use some of we had a lot of taco chicken meat from my sister-in-law's surprise party at the beginning of last month. So I know we're going to do that, and I'll probably do some grilled chicken one day, maybe some burgers. I'm just trying to think of like what's in the freezer. I'm going to try to do a no spend week, and then I think my husband and my son are probably going to go out to eat the 2 days that I'm away. If not, I might leave something for them, but I'll talk to my husband about that later. So yeah, I mean, overall, it was a good week. It's been a lot. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of stress happening, but life is good. Everybody's good. You know, we will just continue to keep on trucking. So we are almost at 4,000 viewers, which is absolutely, positively mind-boggling to me. We're at about 3,800 subscribers right now, and it's unbelievable. So if you are new and you have not yet, I would love it if you could go and hit that subscribe button, because I would love to see if we can get to 4,000 subscribers by my birthday. That would be an amazing birthday present. My birthday is August 17th. So if you have not yet, please go and hit that subscribe button and give me my birthday present. That would be amazing. So I think that's going to do it for today. Thank you all so much for being here. Like, subscribe, share, do all of the things. And remember, my friends, when you can't find the sunshine, you be the sunshine. Bye.